Hi everyone, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon here today with Choose Your Legends 2 Arrival of the Brave. Well, first let me just start off by saying so I was planning to do FEH channel reaction thing. Didn't end up being that interesting. I didn't have a huge reaction. It wasn't interesting to watch. I was just like, okay, these are in the game now, I guess. So, like, my live reaction wasn't interesting. I figured it wasn't anything worth, like, showing you guys because I was just kind of like, the whole time. I figure if you guys are gonna take the time to click on my video, I should give you something interesting. You know, I should either be really excited or really upset, but I just wasn't. Except for the fact that Ephraim stole my man Ducel's axe. That made me very angry. But aside from that, it wasn't very interesting. So I was like, whatever. And then I've been debating, like, for the last day, like, should I summon on this banner or not? Because I don't want any of these units necessarily to use. Though I picked Veronica as my freebie. I've got my neutral Veronica right here. And, you know, I haven't gotten to using her yet, but I kind of want to keep her because, like, I just like having more healers that I can use, and she comes fully kitted. None of my healers, including my Elise, have like a full kit. I just haven't been able to pull like a Jenny for Wrathful Staff or a Maribel for Dazzling Staff, so I can't do like the full Razzle Dazzle combo. So having a unit that can actually do that is very appealing to me. So I want to save one Veronica, but her skill, her new C skill, Close Defense, or Close Guard 3, is the only skill from these that I'm actually really interested in. And it's because I can put it on my team and improve my awesome close counter Morgan. So that's the reason for that. So I want to pull one Veronica for that skill to put it on like my Camilla. And then I actually considered trying to get Distant Guard from Legendary Lucina, but trying to fish that out of a Legendary banner just seemed like a nightmare, so I passed. But Distant Guard, I'd put that on Soleil, Close Guard on Camilla, and then Soleil would get a little bit of a buff when she does melee, Camilla would get a little bit of a buff when she baits mages, and then Morgan would just get the buff from both of them. So that'd be my ideal setup. But so Veronica's the target. We'll go ahead and jump in. I'm not spending all these orbs because we do still need to hit up the Hoshido Festival banner. Oop, no. But we want Veronica. There we go. But otherwise, my thoughts on this, I know a lot of people like, oh wow, these units are busted. I think they're very solid units, very powerful all around. But I don't think they're, like, gonna break the game. The thing that made me happiest was when we actually saw data mine stats and saw that there wasn't, like, a Gen 3 BST power creep. That made me really happy. We're still on the same Gen 2 BST. So, like, their skills are great, their prefs are pretty good. But they didn't get extra stats, which means that your Gen 1 units still a little outclassed, but they'll be able to keep up a lot better than if these guys had like 10 more stat points than their Gen 1 counterparts, you know. So I'm really pleased with that. Otherwise, I don't know. Most of the skills, they're good, they're solid, but they aren't anything that really interests me for my purposes aside from Close Guard. Can I have Legaults, by the way? And the interesting thing about these units, they're all solid, but I don't think they necessarily, like, they don't break the game open. Like, you know, Veronica is a horse cavalry unit who's also a healer, but it's not like, and while, yes, I would say stat-wise and kit-wise, she's probably got the most solid of Elise and Maribel, and then as the 5-star options, and then like Priscilla and Clarine for 3-4 options. But those other units still are, they're not unusable by comparison. Like these units didn't completely power creep the old guys. It's like, you know, Veronica's got her nifty little buff debuff staff, but her res is terrible. So Elise has more support utility in that she can ploy. Which, I mean, yes, Veronica's staff has that ability to debuff too, but you can't you're not always going to be able to hit with her and then pull her out of safety unless like all your guys are using reposition. Being able to ploy from across the field does have some uses. I would still say Veronica is the better unit, or overall more solid unit, but at least didn't just get blown out of the water by comparison. So like all these, thank you, yes please, needed you. But so these other units, like take Celica and Alm for example. Celica is like, she probably does like the standard quad build better than Alm, but she does give up like her B slot for that, so that means she can't run something like guard or like a chill skill or something like that I've seen a lot of Alms run. So there's some give and take to these builds. Like Hector has his power crept distant counter, so you know you'd say yeah, of course he's better than Harden, but with the new Death Blow 4 from Celica and probably more level 4 skills in the future, Harden will be able to run something like that, so he doesn't have to, for max arena points, he can run distant counter and still run his A slot, so he can have something like Death Blow 4 in there, or he can still run breath builds and stuff like that, your standard armor shenanigans. So they offer more options, but none of them I feel just completely invalidated the existence of other units, which is what I'm glad about. Long story short. But yeah, I'm about as happy with that Legault as I am for a Veronica. Maybe not as happy, but pretty happy. Oh my god. Klein, I don't need you anymore. I have all the Kleins I need, and now he's everywhere. Not that I'm complaining about adding more of that cutie pie into my barracks. I don't need more. I need Legaults right now. So that's my messy, rambly thoughts on Choose Your Legends 2 edition. Just really glad that BST stayed in check. Like I said, I don't know how many orbs I want to throw at this, but mostly I wanted to talk about Choose Your Legends while it's still somewhat relevant, and try and get Veronica and some Legaults on the way. So not Lucius. I don't need Lucius. I do want Kazes, but I'd need so many to be able to justify foddering him to myself that I don't know. I'd rather just pick up Legaults right now. Legaults and Veronicas. I need 2 more Legaults for attack tactic. I think I could technically get away with just 1 more because I do have that 5-star Legault still. But I don't want to use a 5-star for attack tactic when it's readily available on the 4-star version. Man, they need to bring back those 4-star banners. Those 4 or 5 banners were the greatest for fodder and merges. I loved those so much. At least if it was something that you didn't need to be like a 5-star unit for. Those were great. Man, now we're getting to the point where I kind of want to, I want to dip, but you know, I've come this far. I need to see something. I don't need to see Lissa. Actually, if I pulled Winter Lissa, that wouldn't be bad. Doesn't Winter Lissa have? I think she's the one with Bold Fighter, which I would love to put on my my Robin, my male Robin Grima. Yeah, I barely remember the Christmas units. Alright, I know that I'm supposed to be saving for my festival dancers, but I'm falling for the trap. I've already got 3.75 pity rate, which isn't even actually all that much, but I don't know. I want to join in with everyone else who's excited for Choose Your Legends. I want to be excited to pull a Veronica and then fodder her to Camilla. Leon is not Veronica. Although, in a few days, I'll be able to make him have Veronica's silly hat thing. I don't know what that is. I don't know why, but it reminds me of, like, I don't know, 6 Samurai from Yu-Gi-Oh? got those like Tron line things going on. I don't know why it makes me think of that. There's probably a lot of better comparisons than that, but that's what it makes me think of. Oh no, Brandon, you're losing all your orbs, you dummy. It's okay. It's okay. Easy come, easy go. No sign of beasts on the horizon either, so I don't really care. I'll have time for Selkie and Caden. Klein. And none of these Kleins are even 4-star either, which is what's sad, because I'm working. I've got most of my Kleins up to 20, so I can just start auto promote them when I have feathers for them. I want to get back up to 140,000 feathers, so that if I pull any Camillas, then I have feathers for that, feathers for her right away. But after that, I'm going to work on Klein. But none of these are 4. They're not even giving me the 2,000 feathers back. That's unfortunate. Come on. Veronica or Legault. Or Veronica and Legault, but not Felicia. She's not helping me. Yeah, I just want to be able to... I just want to meme with close counter Morgan, because it's the funniest thing ever. My favorite was oh, I'm not upset about that. This is good. See, this is why I was hoping that my Xander would actually take longer to pull on the festival banner. Because I wanted Legault. Ew. Alright, hold on, I need to think. Which of these would I be least upset with pity breaking me? I don't want any of these to pity break me. Alright, Hector, I guess, because if he's got bad IVs, I could fodder him to my Robin for Bolt Fighter. I think Hector had Bolt Fighter. I hope Hector had Bolt Fighter. Yeah, Ephraim had Special Fighter, right? Okay, it's Matilda. It doesn't matter. That was scary. That was spooky. Alright, come on. Man, now I lost my train of thought. That scared me so much. Oh, there we go. You know what? It didn't matter. It wasn't important. It was talking about Faye. My favorite thing, my favorite unit to like that I've tanked with Morgan is just Faye. Faye the dragon, not Faye the archer girl. Specifically because I always forget that she has adaptive damage, so I'm like, oh, of course Morgan would tank that. And then I'm like, oh wait, Morgan actually took a decent chunk of damage from that, but I killed her anyway. And I'm like, oh, why did I take so much damage? And I'm like, oh yeah, she's got adaptive damage, so I'm basically getting hit by a green melee, which is pretty funny for a frail blue unit to be taking that and then killing on the counterattack. I don't know, that was my favorite close counter kill with Morgan. But here we have Veronica. Yes, I called you because you or the one I got for free is going to be eaten by Dear Sister. This one's got... oh, this is a plus attack minus res, if I am reading correctly, which, that is pretty close to optimal. I think, what would be best on her? If you're going for arena with her, if you're gonna go plus 10 and go crazy on her, you probably want the HP super boon and then minus res, because her res is garbage anyway. Like I said, she's not going to be pulling anyone, so that's something Elise does better than her. But otherwise, if you're just going for offense, probably plus speed is best, and then plus attack is the next best. And then res is probably her best bane all around, so that's pretty fortunate. And that means I can do this without feeling bad. Now I don't have to feel bad. Oh no, thereby obtained, I'll never find her. No, I'll never find her with... Well, I'd find her with Origin. There we go. Yay! Alright, so that was Brave Heroes. That was my thoughts and on the Choose Your Legends 2 banner and other things. So yeah, thank you for watching. Were you really happy with these interpretations of the characters? I thought they were interesting. Aside from Ephraim stealing my man's axe, they were all kind of interesting. I really liked Hector being a shout out to his brother. That was cool. But so that was my general thoughts on Choose Your Legends. Let me know what you thought down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon signing out.